On Target Radio co-hosts David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz will prepare you to carry a firearm for personal protection, including firearm, holster, and ammunition selection. A comprehensive law review designed to keep you out of trouble and even how to deal with home invasions. Firearm, ammunition, holster, class notebook are provided. Safer USA and the Aurora Sportsman's Club invites you to participate in this one-of-a-kind Illinois concealed carry program that also qualifies you for Florida, Utah, and Arizona non-resident permits. Find out what over 6,000 students already know at saferusa.com.
Or call 815-741-3474. That's 815-741-3474. Safer USA. Choosing to own a firearm is your business. Teaching you to own it responsibly is ours.
Hopefully your home's heating survived the recent polar vortex. It's important to have a heating and cooling company you know you can depend on. That company is the original Arlington Heights Heating and Cooling. They aren't one of those massive companies with newer techs and subcontractors. Oh no, Arlington Heights Heating and Cooling send only their own highly skilled techs. From service to installation and everything in between, the work quality and customer service is the best. For 40 years, the original Arlington Heights Heating and Cooling has kept homeowners and business customers comfy and warm in the winter and nice and cool in the warmer months. Don't call the big guys, call the best. Call Carrie at 847-545-1700 or visit arlingtonheightsheatingandcooling.net. That's Carrie at 847-545-1700 or online at arlingtonheightsheatingandcooling.net. The original Arlington Heights Heating and Cooling, not the biggest, just the best.
As a parent, you want what's best for your children. That means sending them to a school where they'll get the superior education they deserve, and that also shares your values. That can be tricky these days, as public schools have changed and private schools can be expensive. Your household budget has already been cut to the bone, and it's hard to imagine where you'll find that extra money. Well, there's help to lessen that financial burden and provide your child with the very best education at half the cost. At AM 560 The Answer, we work with private schools throughout the Chicagoland area to provide tuition for families at half the normal cost. Just log on to halfpriceschools.com and you'll find some of Chicagoland's finest private schools, from preschool all the way through high school, at half the cost. And chances are there's a school right in your neighborhood. Invest in your child's education and future at halfpriceschools.com. A limited number of half-price vouchers are available. Go to halfpriceschools.com now.
It's time for On Target Radio, Chicagoland's only radio show dedicated to the red meat issues that affect your life, from gun control to freedom of speech. Now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
Welcome to On Target Radio, where tonight David and Gretchen will announce the results of research conducted at the University of Illinois Chicago on which is the most corrupt city in the United States. Move over, Los Angeles. You've been bumped out of first place. Then we'll look at how to prevent your smart home devices from being hacked. And guess which party doesn't want to inform ICE when an illegal alien fails a gun background check? Finally, we're going to take a look at the post-Aurora gun law feeding frenzy and talk about how we may be seeing the beginning of an anti-2A backlash. So give us a call at 312-642-5600 and ask a question or make a comment live on the show, or go to our Facebook page, On Target Radio, and ask a question there. And don't forget, check us out on YouTube, On Target Radio, where you can watch the show in real time and then go back and view the archived version.
Well, the University of Illinois in Chicago did a study. And guess what city is considered the most corrupt city in America?
I don't know.
It's Chicago.
It can't be Chicago. Come on.
It can't be Chicago.
No.
Can you believe it?
What a waste of money. Luckily
We could have told you that.
Yeah, luckily it's some, punk college kids' parents' money. It's not my money.
You don't know.
Still.
You know what? It's funny that you say that, because they don't. Usually they go, a $2 million study was done. You notice that it doesn't tell you how much the study cost. It probably was like on a grant for $2 million or something.
Yeah, it could have been.
Which they could have used to plug a pothole,
Or
but,
three, or
or something. Yeah, but the
or
numbers.
follow up on a FOID revocation or
The,
something.
little things that don't matter like that.
Something like that.
The problem is this show lacks reverence. it really does. The numbers I find very interesting. So let's look at the list of stuff. They were looking at federal corruption convictions between 1976 and 2017. So this is a longitudinal study. Chicago had 1,731 convictions during that time period, while the Central District of California had 1,534, Manhattan had 1,327, Miami 1,165, and Washington 1,159. Now, this is the part I particularly care for. Drawing information from the Department of Justice, the report shows, we're talking Chicago, 25 public figures were convicted of charges tied to corruption in 2017.
Convicted.
Can you even believe that's how many? 25 in 2017 alone. That's if you do something well.
That's right.
They've been working on this for a long time.
Oh, it's true.
30. This is the other one I like. Since the 1970s, 30 Chicago City Council members have been tied to corruption cases. The latest one was
that number seems low, actually. Since the 70s.
Well, that's
like my whole life. Think about that.
Were you corrupt? No, you're not corrupt. No. Ed Burke, who's been around forever, he's bitten the dust. It's absolutely amazing. And then ultimately it says Chicago accounts for 82% of the state's public corruption convictions. 82%. We're talking at dinner. And we missed one thing. Statewide, Illinois ranked on a per capita basis as the third most corrupt state in America. In 2017, the state had 34 convictions for public corruption. California, Florida, New York, and Texas had more public convictions than Illinois, but those states have larger populations, so they rank lower because it's per capita. We were talking at dinner about, I forgot what we were talking at dinner. Something about that. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember. Do you? Whatever it was. We're done with that
I'm
one.
not sure.
Yeah,
Not
that's
sure where
good.
you're going with
We're
that.
done with I don't either. I don't remember where we're going with that.
Moving on.
But yeah. It is interesting that most of these guys, you hear about this stuff, they get away with it. You hear about they carry guns on airplanes, they do all this kind of stuff, and they sort of somehow mysteriously get a pass. Mm-hmm. So for this amount of guys to have actually been convicted, imagine how many there have been that weren't. It's
True.
It's the Chicago way. It's how you do business, right?
That's what they say.
I don't know. The other thing that's speaking of things that really go wrong, this whole smart home device thing, which I'm sure is a favorite subject of yours, because you got this thing about robots and artificial intelligence.
Oh, and spying, government spying on me and all that. Yeah. I pulled this article out of the Tribune from, I think it was from last Sunday, and these people heard a man's voice on their baby monitor.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the hell? And so they go into the kids' room, and somebody is talking to their child through their Nest device. So they've got Nest devices all over their house, and someone had hacked their Nest.
I'm not even sure what a Nest is. Is that like...
well, it's a thermostat, but it's... apparently what they have also has like back and forth like sound. So a microphone and a speaker.
Is that like what's her name that you can get now from Amazon?
No,
well, kind of.
Nest has all these smart home products. So they have video cameras now that have two-way communication. They have the thermostat. I think they have some other modules you can use.
Well, this is what we were talking about, thermostat.
Right.
Where you can access it from your cell phone.
Yeah.
Right.
They were like the initiator of that.
Mm-hmm. They were one of the first ones, but then I saw another one. It's like Hum or something that you can talk to. It's connected to Alexa, and you can tell it, order more paper towels or whatever.
I have a Nest thermostat.
Do you really?
Yeah, and what they do is they'll sell you smoke detectors, cameras, like they were saying. That basically anything you'd have is sort of a comfort or security device,
home security,
and it all links via Wi-Fi to your account. So it's all web-based. So if somebody could get your password or even access to your email, they can get into it.
But then you can check up on house temperature and stuff on your smartphone.
Yeah, I'll pull it up right now and show you if you want.
So I mean, see, this is the problem with this stuff. It's the problem with robots and artificial intelligence.
Right.
You look at one side and you go, well, okay, that's really helpful.
It offers a convenience, which is, we were talking, I was talking a few weeks ago about wanting one of these smart thermostats, but this is my fear.
Well, exactly. And apparently, like with the Samsung, you unless you just literally take the TV apart and disconnect, you can't turn. They just listen to you. I mean,
right.
And they're gathering information constantly.
Well, right. I don't really want to. I already have a smart TV, so I'm a little hesitant to introduce one more thing into my home that is just going to spy on me.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, not only can it spy on you, but it almost kind of knows when you're home and when you're not. It knows when you turn the heat up, when you turn it down. And Nest is actually supposed to be a little bit smarter, and it kind of learns your patterns and predicts things and does it for you.
It can also see you walk past. So it knows whether
that,
if you've been out of the house for a while.
Are you being serious?
Yeah. If you've been out of the house for a while, it'll turn back down to whatever away temperature you set.
Does it know if you've been naughty or nice?
I was just going to say that. I was just going to say that.
The real question there then is the end game. Is Nest coal compatible?
Well, see, here's this bothers even me.
Yeah, so there was another family had their Nest hacked, and what you're talking about, the motion sensor. In December, a Houston family reported hearing a voice saying sexual expletives through a baby monitor in their infant's room. When they turned on the lights, the Nest camera in the room activated. A voice told them turn off the lights and threatened to kidnap the baby.
Seriously?
That's what the article says. So very similar to this one, only the person who hacked these other people, their Nest system, it wasn't necessarily threatening them, but then the father of the family, he's looking right into the camera, and the hacker goes, "Why are you looking at me? I see you watching me."
No way.
I mean, would that not creep? That would creep me out, like beyond the beyond. Like I would go on. I would probably just like rip my cable box out of the wall. Probably at that point.
It'd be a good thing to do.
You know what? This reminds me of. Now, Dave, I know we've had some issues.
Right, exactly.
And that's when did 2001 come out? I mean, it came out long. That's an old movie.
Yeah,
and
70s, I think.
They were talking about it back then. This, and this human like. Now I know we've had some issues. What, are you kidding me? And meanwhile, he's lobotomizing him. Yeah.
So one of our YouTube viewers says he does HVAC work, and he says the Nest sucks. He's replaced a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. I really do see the upside. That's cool, but the downside worries me.
Yes.
And especially with this governor and what's going to be happening, it worries me even more. Because who knows where this is all going to go. By the time all this is said and done, we could be in a police state. I mean, this guy's kind of a nutcase.
That's where it's going. I mean, just like in 1984, it said they could plug into a channel at any time and listen to what you were saying. And
that's it. We got to take a break. When we come back with more On Target Radio, we'll have more to talk about. And you're listening to AM 560.
The Answer.
There's a teacher in Idaho who decided to feed a puppy to his snapping turtle in class while the kids were there.
Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson.
He was in court. His defense was this. The puppy was sick and was likely to die anyway.
Hold on just a second. Was a veterinarian involved in this at any point?
No. This is the worst part. The snapping turtle was euthanized because it was allegedly an invasive species.
The killing fields out there in Franklin County, wherever.
Chicago's Morning Answer. Weekday mornings starting at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
Do you like your gun range bag? There's a really cool local company here in Chicagoland that makes the finest range bags anywhere. And these quality range bags are so inexpensive that I bet you won't hesitate to buy one. The Hackett range bags from Hackett Equipment have it all. There are compartmentalized pouches that hold 2 or 4 pistols, ammo, mags, and even targets. Basically everything you need for a day at the range in a stealth design that doesn't resemble a range bag. Nobody will know you're carrying firearms. Additionally, they're super heavy duty and will last a lifetime because Hackett bags are 30% heavier than typical range bags. And the price is unreal. The large pack is under $100 and the small one under $80. But if you visit gunrangebags.com and use the promo code AM560, you'll save an additional 10%. Hackett equipment bags really are range bags that can hack it. That's gunrangebags.com, promo code AM560. Gunrangebags.com. Do it now.
Balance of Nature's fruit and veggie capsules contain 100% fine-ripened fruits and vegetables, tested pure with no pesticides, fillers, or additives of any kind, and are the most effective whole food supplements on the market today. You might ask, how can over 10 servings of 31 different fruits and vegetables fit into 6 vegetarian capsules? Fruits and vegetables are on an average 85% water. Balance of Nature uses cold vacuum technology to remove the water, leaving only the whole food. We don't use any heat, air, or light drying methods that damage nutrients. Our cold vacuum technology maintains 99% of the fresh fruits and vegetables' original nutritional value. Along with diet and exercise, Mother Nature provides fruits and vegetables to help us maintain good health.
To order, go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751. That's 1-800-246-8751 and use discount code CHICAGO.
Come on, kids. We're late.
Honey, the car won't start.
Mom, the dog just sat on my science project.
Life can be stressful, but getting life insurance shouldn't be. That's why there's Ethos. Ethos is a modern kind of life insurance that's super fast, incredibly affordable, and very uncomplicated. At GetEthos.com, there are no medical exams for policies covering under $1 million, no hours of paperwork or meetings with pushy representatives. It only takes 10 minutes to apply, and you can rest assured knowing you've taken steps to protect your family. And in most cases, with Ethos, you can have that peace of mind for less than a cup of coffee a day with no hidden fees. Having life insurance can free you from stress. Getting life insurance shouldn't cause it. Discover how uncomplicated life insurance can be at Ethos. Get your free instant quote and submit your complete application in minutes. Just go to getethos.com. That's ETHOS. Getethos.com. Getethos.com.
We now return to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer. If you have a question or an opinion, share it with us at 312-642-5600. And now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
And we're back with more On Target Radio. We're talking about smart devices and how they can be hacked and misused. So there was a good section of this article that I wanted to read. Around the same time as the story Gretchen was talking about before the break, there was another one that a person heard a stranger talking to their baby, and it was a warning claiming to be from a civil defense. It blared out on a speaker on their Nest camera in a California family's living room. It said 3 ballistic missiles were aimed at Los Angeles, Chicago, and Ohio, and that President Donald Trump had been taken to a secure facility. The family then called Nest and 911 to confirm there was no danger as their child hid under the living room rug in fear of a pending missile.
That'll mess you up for the rest of your life.
Well, yeah, and you know, what I had commented on this, you know, if the missile was headed for me, I'm not calling Nest. Okay?
Well,
I don't know why they would do that. 911, yeah, maybe, but not Nest.
There's a bigger issue, Eric. That kid hasn't been properly trained or instructed. Obviously, you're supposed to hide only under a classroom desk.
Well,
a classroom desk is the only thing that will protect you from a nuclear holocaust. I learned that in 3rd grade.
You know, Sister Lucille told us we sit in the hallway with our back to the wall and our head between our knees and our hands on the back of our head.
That's just so they can collect you all in the same place.
That's probably true.
That's true. So
that you would actually believe that you could sit in the hallway through a thermonuclear attack and go home when you're done. Yeah.
I think they just took the tornado procedure and just expanded
exactly.
it.
Can we make it home for lunch? Will this be over by lunch?
Yeah, what they told us is it would protect us from flying debris, which was also a load of crap.
Well, because the entire building you're in is going to be flying debris.
You will be flying debris.
Well, right, yeah. If you're a 40-pound kid, you probably are.
Yeah.
At least he ducked and covered, though, quite literally. But so there's some things you can actually do to improve your security if you do have these smart devices. And as much as these aren't good ideas, it's something that I would probably do. So obviously change the default password. Everyone knows that your home router, your Nest cameras, all that stuff comes with the default password. And the sad part is they have a way to force you to change the password and have a way to check the password to make sure it's strong. But are they doing this? Obviously not. So that's one thing.
Right. They said that they're sensitive about security steps that consumers may interpret as frustrating or a hassle.
My bank makes me change it against my will every 90 days, I think it is. Automatically, I have to change it.
Right. Yeah. And when you do change your password, choose a complicated password, like unrelated words, numbers. Don't use birth dates or anything, like they say that can be found online. That's all good advice. Obviously, regularly update your software on your devices. Now, again, if they're talking about, pain in the butt things, that's a pain in the butt thing. That can automatically update, but if they're choosing not to do that, then, you're kind of at a loss.
I found a program that you can type in your password and it tells you how long it would take to figure it out. And the password that I've used most of my time on the internet was 1/10 of a second.
Yeah, it's amazing how quick those programs can run. We actually had to get passwords for some of our users to create new accounts on a new server. This was years ago, but I took the hash database and ran it through a cracker, and it was amazing how quickly we got like 90% of the users' passwords back. And this was years ago too, so I'm sure it's more beefed up now.
So what people may fail to grasp with this is that they're hacking in through your smart thermostat or your home security system, but once they're onto your network, now
they're in.
It's Pandora's box. I mean, now they could put a keystroke program on your computer, get your credit card numbers, get your social security number. I mean, at that point, once they're in your network, if you're not regularly monitoring that, if you're not aware, and that goes on for some period of time, I mean, kiss it goodbye.
Right. So a couple other things they mention is monitoring the internet protocol or IP addresses that are accessing your smart home devices. I mean, who's really going to go do that? Who knows what their IP address is? I mean, I could figure that out, but an average user that can barely set this up in the first place, and they're going to have no idea how to do this. So the best piece of advice in this is, if you can, if the device allows it, enable two-factor authentication. So I have this on everything. I have it on my Gmail. I have it on all my other accounts, which I'm not going to name over the air. But so basically what that is that when you try to log in for the first time from a different device, it sends you a code to your phone and that you then have to type in. So you register your phone, it sends it to your phone number via text message or email, and then you log into it with that, and it kind of verifies that you actually are you. So
you're listening on Target Radio, and this is AM 560. The Answer. We're talking about smart devices in your home and how to make sure they don't get ripped off. Give us a call, 312-642-5600, if you have a hideously horrible story about smart devices.
One of our viewers on YouTube said, my home security system came with an extra clip.
Well, and there's that, yeah.
Extra magazine, I'm sure. But
we'll
go ahead and let that slide.
They've already done...
he wanted me to understand what he meant.
They've already done research and shown that they can take over your car. If you have a car that runs on a chip, they can take over your car while you're driving it. They've done it already. That's a little scary. I'm sure the CIA found that interesting. But it's a little scary. All this stuff's a little scary. I told you, how long is it now? 6 months ago, I walked on, I saw, ComEd truck parked in my driveway. There's nobody. I look out the window, there's nobody in it. I go outside, there's nobody there. They're on the side of my house putting in a smart meter. But they hadn't gotten that far yet. I go, what are you doing? They go, putting in a smart meter. I go, not my house, you're not.
You're not.
And then they try to say, well, this is for your convenience. And they start arguing with you about how I want it, what it will do for me. And I, ran them off the property. I started getting phone calls. I started getting email from them. I started getting $20 a month. They're going to charge more if you do that. And they keep saying this.
Yeah, they told me like $27 a month or something.
Something like that. But
I actually did the same thing, and I am getting charged. So I am part of the, I'm going to call it like the 2195 club, because that's a very close amount to what they're charging you. I actually do see it on my bill now. Smart meter refusal fee.
Well, the thing is, they badgered me for about 3 weeks. I mean, for the first week, honestly, every day I got a phone call. And then I started getting letters from them. And they keep saying, this is for your benefit. Now, if it were for my benefit, they would have called one time and said, if you really want to put it, if you don't, it's okay. There's more going on here than that, because they never do anything for your benefit to that extreme. And I just, it scares me.
So I posted this thing on Facebook. It's basically a device. I think it's made by a company. I think it's called Smart. But basically, they already sell this. So you can hook it into your own electrical panel at home, and by the profile and the signature from the energy waves, it'll tell you which devices are using energy at which times. So if you think...
It knows the difference between like a washing machine and
really? It can tell by the whatever current or amperage it's using. It has all these profiles built for all these devices. But if you think for a second that, just over your normal power lines, they can tell that your smart meter can't tell exactly what you're running and when, you got another thing coming.
Well, right, that's what they say. They say, "Oh no, we're not monitoring what devices you're using or where you are in the house." And we're all like, "Sure, you're not."
Right. Well, a couple of years ago, we had an article we talked about on the show where they were saying at the time, this is this big new revolutionary thing because it can tell how many people are in the house, where they are, pretty much what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Now, all of a sudden, they're trying to put them in. They're going, "Oh no, it doesn't do that."
Well, that news got scrubbed, yeah.
Yeah.
Once people are like, oops.
And right, if you either are like a DEA agent and you're hitting my house and you want to know what rooms the people are in, or if you're going to send a drone missile to my house, and you want to know where to put it.
Or if you're a gun owner and they want to take them away from you.
Right, that would make it really convenient.
It would.
I don't know, this whole thing.
Unfortunately for them, I turn stuff on all over the house and I just leave it on all night.
I get those things that say, you've used this much electricity and your neighbors, and, I consider using more than my neighbors winning.
Oh, yeah, I'm the same way.
Is too.
I love that.
I get that every month, and there's 3 graphs.
I'm not using enough electricity. What kind of company doesn't want you to use their product?
By the way, you guys should ignore that because that treats every meter equally. So a 1-bedroom apartment is counted the same as a 4-bedroom house.
Well, all I know is this. Every month I get that piece of paper, and it's got 3 bar graphs on it. What is the average? What are your neighbors? And what are you? And I'm winning. I'm winning every month.
So, where it says, your frugal neighbors are using, this tiny amount?
Yeah. I know that. And on that note...
Thanks for helping us.
On that note, we're going to take a break because I have to contemplate how to deal with that. It's true. That would be you. Anyway, we're going to, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more on that. And you're listening to On Target Radio. And this is AM 560.
The Answer.
Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson are heading to Nuevo Vallarta, Mexico in April, and they want you to join them.
Well, we're in Mexico.
AM 560, The Answer, and Apple Vacations are giving away a trip for 2 to the luxurious Maryville Residences Luxury, all-inclusive beach resort. To join Dan and Amy.
Hola!
To enter, just go to 560theanswer.com/passport. That's 560theanswer.com/passport. Contest ends February 25th, so enter today.
I'm not coming back to Chicago, maybe ever.
Fox News, I'm Richard Jordan. Lawmakers are expected to challenge the president's national emergency declaration at the southern border. White House senior advisor Stephen Miller tells Fox News Sunday President Trump is prepared to issue his first veto if Congress tries to block him.
If Donald Trump had said he's invoking the National Emergency Military Construction Authority to build a security perimeter in Iraq or Afghanistan or around a military installation in Syria, there would not have been one word of objection from Congress.
Various groups are also considering legal action to block the national emergency. Denny Hamlin takes the checkered flag at the Daytona 500.
Hamlin's Joe Gibbs teammates Kyle Busch and Eric Jones took 2nd and 3rd respectively. The win guarantees Hamlin a spot in the Cup Series playoffs.
Fox's Matt Napolitano, this is Hamlin's 2nd win in 4 years. The bodies of 2 men were found today following an avalanche in Colorado. The men were training for a backcountry ski race across the Elk Mountains. This is Fox News.
Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Chicometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geekometric's secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geekometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geekometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Geekometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
Safer USA, Chicago's most trusted name in firearm training, is offering beginners classes, tactical pistol and rifle, long-range rifle to 600 yards, and the most comprehensive Illinois concealed carry program available. AM 560 On Target Radio co-hosts David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz will prepare you to carry a firearm for personal protection, including firearm, holster, and ammunition selection. A comprehensive law review designed to keep you out of trouble and even how to deal with home invasions. Firearm, ammunition, holster, class notebook are provided. Safer USA and the Aurora Sportsman's Club invite you to participate in this one-of-a-kind Illinois concealed carry program that also qualifies you for Florida, Utah, and Arizona non-resident permits. Find out what over 6,000 students already know at saferusa.com.
Or call 815-741-3474. That's 815-741-3474. Safer USA. Choosing to own a firearm is your business. Teaching you to own it responsibly is ours.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions are posted at www.textrules.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply.
There's a mute button on your cell and one on your TV remote. Don't you wish there was one on your partner's snoring too? Thankfully, now there is. Mute is a comfortable nasal breathing device that increases airflow through the nose by gently opening the airways. You'll get more air through your nose, so you'll breathe less through your mouth, which is often the cause of snoring. And thanks to Mute, less snoring means more sleep for me.
Hit the mute button on your partner's snoring. Available at Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid and other fine stores. To get a valuable coupon, text the word MUTE to 246810. Text MUTE to 246810. For more information, go to mutesnoring.com. Mute. Breathe more, snore less, sleep better.
Hi, this is Amy Jacobson, and you'll have to wait until spring to get the outside of your house painted, but winter, perfect opportunity to get your interior painted. You know, people walk into my kitchen and ask, Amy, did you get new cabinets? No, I save myself thousands of dollars by simply having them painted by the experts at CertaPro Painters. So cross the first project off your 2019 to-do list. CertaPro Painters will ensure a beautiful transformation of your home. And if you want some help with colors, they've got you covered. In-home with a color consultation or online with their color visualizer. Don't put it off. Time to hire CertaPro Painters, your residential and commercial painting experts. You can schedule a free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C, or call 1-800-GO-CERTA. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Get a free estimate at CertaPro.com or call 1-800-GO-CERTA. CertaPro Painters, we do painting, you do life.
Now return to On Target on AM 560. The Answer. If you have a question or opinion, the studio line is 312-642-5600. Now, here's your host, firearm expert and educator, David Lombardo.
I think the point was good that we don't need to bring up a whole lot about the Aurora thing. That's all over the news as it is, and it is what it is. But what I do find interesting is, once again, the Democrats are just like stepping over the bodies. I mean, they haven't cleaned the wreckage up, and Democrats are already calling for more gun legislation because of what happened in Illinois. And, you know, Kamala Harris, who, I won't go there, but the California, she was Attorney General, now she's Senator, right, from California.
Yes.
In response to the shooting in Aurora that involved a single handgun and it was a grudge thing, right, she says we need universal background checks and an assault weapon ban. Well, that certainly may. If we'd had an assault weapon ban, he still would have done everything that he just did.
Yes.
And they did have a background check, And he still did what he did.
Yes, they revoked his FOID card, and he still did that. So
it's these people are well, I want to say wacky, but you know what? The truth is they know exactly what they're doing. It's not like she doesn't get it. If she was Attorney General, she knows what's going on.
Well, and that's the thing. They are playing their constituency for fools. They know the truth behind all this stuff, and they are playing, I would say us, but we're not included because we're calling BS. But yeah, they're playing their constituency for fools.
Yeah, and it says in this thing, we've seen assault weapons kill babies and police officers. Well, first of all, for a segment of society that thinks you ought to be able to create an abortion on a child that has already been born, that's kind of a duplicitous position to take, I would think. Mm-hmm. But be that as it may, we know statistically that the number of times that a modern sporting rifle has been used in anything like that is really very small. It's by percentage of population, it's essentially statistically non-existent. Now, admitted, I mean, I don't mean to make light of people who have lost loved ones in those things or have been shot in it. I certainly don't mean to do that. But the reality, the actual hardcore reality is this. If you really wanted to ban something that would have some level of impact on that, you'd buy a handgun. Because that's what most of them have been, handguns. Yes. And yet, how's that going to work? That's not going to work. It's not going to happen.
What you need is no gun signs. But I saw that they had one, so I think we should have them be double size because obviously he didn't see it.
That's a good idea.
I mean, that's got to be the problem, right?
Yeah. I'm sure that's how it is.
Yeah. Just minor oversight there. So if we double the size of the no gun sign, that should take care of it.
Here's On Target Radio, and this is AM 560. The Answer. We're talking about doubling the size of no gun signs, gun-free zones, so that the bad guys can see it and then they'll honor it.
Well, and we don't want to have workplace violence, so I think all workplaces should have to post the sign, not just the ones on the list.
Yeah, I mean, that would make us totally safe. I mean, then there would be no more mass shootings. I mean, the schools, they should just have 2 signs on every door. I mean, because that's just going to stop everything. I mean, we'd be so safe then. I think we just solved this problem here on the show.
I'm really not impressed. But the other thing, and of course, when you come back home to Illinois, that's on the federal level. You come back to Illinois, they got like a box full of ping pong balls, and every ball's got the name of a bill on it, right? They shake the thing, they pull it out, they go B257 or S257, and they read it. So they're now talking about gun tax legislation. And this is House Bill 2331. When was it that they were going to do the bullet tax? That was just, a year ago?
That was like last year. That was Cook County, I think.
Cook County, yeah. They were going to do a bullet tax.
I'm pretty sure. I think they have it, actually, or some sort of...
Did they finally have that?
Yeah, I thought somebody told me that happened.
There was at one point. I don't know if it's still in effect.
If you know, give us a call, 312-642-5600. I think they did. I think they did pass. Because Cabela's got really tanked.
Right.
Their business tanked.
Right.
So now they're talking about putting a tax on...
So they want to do a 3.75% surcharge on firearms and firearm components.
Above everything else, every other tax.
In addition to existing sales taxes. But this is the part that I love. So Illinois is broke, right? We all can agree on that. We're I would say broke is mild. We're in arrears. But instead of putting this towards general obligations... They want to put it in a new state fund for youth programs, which are not defined whatsoever.
Yeah. And who knows? It could be, Pedophile Central. That could be a youth program for those people. Some of those people are just, they're really disgusting.
We've had a call.
We've had a call?
We've had a call from George, who, and I can't validate this because that takes too long. He says it's 5 cents center fire and 2 cents rim fire in Cook County.
That's what I'm seeing online. Yeah.
Okay. So I thought they'd passed it. I just didn't remember exactly how much it was.
I don't know because I don't buy ammo.
I was going to say it doesn't affect me, so I'm not.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it certainly affected Cabela's.
Yes.
We're going to have to take another break. When we come back, we're going to talk about this. This is another thing that really bugs me. They're trying to say that if an illegal alien tries to register a gun or buy a gun and he's turned down, they shouldn't report it to ICE. I don't get it. We're going to talk about that and more when we return with more on Target Radio. And you're listening to AM 560.
The Answer.
Do you like your gun range bag? There's a really cool local company here in Chicagoland that makes the finest range bags anywhere. And these quality range bags are so inexpensive that I bet you won't hesitate to buy one. The Hackett range bags from Hackett Equipment have it all. There are compartmentalized pouches that hold 2 or 4 pistols, ammo, mags, and even targets. Basically everything you need for a day at the range in a stealth design that doesn't resemble a range bag. Nobody will know you're carrying firearms. Additionally, they're super heavy duty and will last a lifetime because Hackett bags are 30% heavier than typical range bags. And the price is unreal. The large pack is under $100 and the small one under $80. But if you visit gunrangebags.com and use the promo code AM560, you'll save an additional 10%. Hackett Equipment bags really are range bags that can hack it. That's gunrangebags.com, promo code AM560. Gunrangebags.com. Do it now.
The check engine light is on in Washington, but politicians keep driving the car as if nothing's happening. There it is again. It's Social Security. A new government report says the Social Security Trust Fund will run out by the year 2034, and that its costs will exceed revenues this year for the first time in more than 3 decades. What does that mean for you? When should you start taking benefits? When should your spouse? And how can you get every dollar of Social Security you're rightfully entitled to? Find out what your choices could be by getting a copy of the Social Security Decision Guide from Taboda and Associates. They've been helping clients tune up their retirement decisions for more than 35 years. And even though they don't work for the government, they know Social Security. Call right now, 630-883-4577, and we'll send you the guide. That's 630-883-4577. Find out how to get every dollar of Social Security you're rightfully entitled to. Call 630-883-4577. Investment advisory services offered through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
Message and data rates may apply. Individual results may vary. See website for details.
But hey, I'm buying a huge flat screen TV so I can finally see it without my glasses.
Why not just get LASIK at the LASIK Vision Institute? That's what I'm doing.
My glasses and contacts are a pain. I'd love to finally get rid of these, but who can afford LASIK?
You can. Because the LASIK Vision Institute is offering dramatically low prices, as low as $220 per eye with an absolutely free consultation. Text START to 350-350. The LASIK Vision Institute has already performed over 1 million procedures. They use advanced FDA-approved LASIK technology that helps the majority of patients achieve 20/20 vision for a fraction of what others charge. Better vision, better value. The LASIK Vision Institute. Make this the year you finally get LASIK for as low as $220 per eye. Text START to 350-350. You'll see for free if LASIK is right for you. That's START to 350-350.
We now return to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer. If you have a question or an opinion, share it with us at 312-642-5600. And now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
And we're back with more On Target Radio. So, in Congress, the Democrats this week, let's see, this must be the House Judiciary Committee. House Judiciary Committee Democrats approved legislation to require background checks for essentially all sales and transfers of firearms. But the Republicans wanted to amend the legislation so that if someone failed the background check, law enforcement would be alerted, and in the case of illegal immigrants, that ICE would be alerted. And the Democrats threw a fit.
So we had a bipartisan bill, basically.
That's actually what it's called. Bipartisan background check.
And that's a bunch of crap too. But
right,
basically, we had something that we sort of agreed on, and all these one had this little thing in there, that illegals shouldn't be able to do this, which they're illegal anyway, and then it's a problem.
Well, just like this guy who shot up, his workplace in Aurora, Illinois, they want to alert law enforcement of any type, whether it's a legal U.S. citizen or not. They want to alert the appropriate law enforcement officials, and the Democrats are like, oh, no, we can't do that.
Well, I mean, when you buy it out of the trunk of a car in Chicago, I don't know what the requirements are for reporting that,
Well, that's
doing the background check there. So.
Yeah, I don't really see gangbangers doing background checks.
Oh, gangbangers do background checks, just not on that.
That's true.
Yeah. It's always the people who don't cause the problem that bear the burden of the people that do.
Absolutely.
They never go, they never go. Look at Chicago. How often do you get weapons charges in Chicago? Almost never. Almost never. And they always use this as an excuse. I think one of the reasons they don't charge people is they're afraid they'll go to court, win it, set a precedent, and then they're really screwed. The concealed carry things, there's more concealed carry uses of concealed carry than people realize, and you don't hear from them because they don't want to press
and violations of it too.
Exactly, and they're scared to death of getting a precedent. They got somebody going to court, and particularly with the Supreme Court the way it is today.
Right.
You could have a firearm and use it to defend yourself in something that maybe is statutorily, like you're in a place where there's no guns, and they're scared to death of that going to court because it'll go to court and they'll come back and go, hey, walking through a door does not change your ability to defend yourself.
Sure.
And that's it when they do that.
But yeah, and that's really what all this comes down to. I mean, especially the violence that we see in, the very select portion of northern Illinois that we all know about. The people who commit gun crimes, they don't get charged. If they get charged, they don't get prosecuted. There's plenty of laws on the books. They're not enforcing the laws that are already. I mean, these are federal laws that people are violating, and they're not getting prosecuted for it at the federal level.
My understanding, and I did not look this up, but I've heard this from a couple of different sources. My understanding was under Obama, there were no federal prosecutions of gun crime. Mm-hmm. And I didn't vet that, but 2 or 3 people, unrelated people, have said that, have written that in articles and stuff. And if they did, they certainly didn't do very many because there was no talk about it or anything like that. The other thing, it may well be, and I don't want to say that Republicans getting hosed down was a good thing, but it may well be that it serves its purpose because there is this growing movement now. You look at Washington State. They are saying, you know what? We just assume that there's 2 states. We split. They really don't like. Big cities have liberal things, and they're the ones that pass the laws. They're the ones that are in control of the state. So Illinois is controlled by Cook County, even though Cook County is geographically a small part of the state of Illinois. They really make a big deal out of that. But that may be it. So we got Doug. Oh, Doug Mail. Doug, how you doing this evening? Or not?
Enjoying your show.
There he goes. Hi, Doug. You got about a minute, buddy. What's up?
Okay. I'd just like to say when you were talking about the illegals that they can't say anything, I don't know if you remember a while back, Laura Loomer, I think her name was a reporter. She jumped Pelosi's fence in her yard.
Oh, yeah.
And she took 3 illegals with her. And when the police came, they asked for identification. And she says, you can't ask the illegals for identification. That's against the rules. And the policeman said to her, you put me in an awkward spot. And he sort of laughed about it. But because they were legal, he couldn't ask them. So
because
that's exactly what's
California
happening.
is a sanctuary state.
Yeah, and you can't ask them for any identification.
That's beyond bizarre, Doug.
So, yeah.
It's truly beyond bizarre.
And prosecutions were way down under Obama compared to when Bush was president.
Yeah,
so
it is. And there's been a lot of talk. Washington State is talking about being 2 states. Chicago, the rest of Illinoisans have said, why doesn't Chicago become its own state? I can see that.
Do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that happening. Run them all out. But the bottom line is, in this state, and how many times did we warn people to go out and vote? In this state, you now have the House, the Senate, the governor, and a supermajority all anti-gun. And it's going to get interesting. Is that not right, Mr. Mayhall?
Unfortunately, it's very, very correct. So we need to support the politicians who support us, and we need to let the politicians who don't agree with. We need to let them know that that is not our thoughts, and it's against the Constitution.
That's it. You got it. You're listening to On Target Radio, and this is AM 560, The Answer.
Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Geekometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geekometrics' secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geekometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geekometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Geekometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies in a capsule.
I had seen my kidney doctor because I only have one kidney that works, and the other one doesn't work at all. And I was pretty close to going on dialysis if it didn't improve. This last visit to my kidney doctor, my kidney it's operating at 21% now. So that's the highest that it's been in the last 8 years. This is really working well for me, and I am so grateful that I found you guys.
When you call, use discount code CHICAGO, and we'll take 20% off any first preferred order of Balance of Nature and have it shipped to you free. Call 1-800-246-8751. That's 1-800-246-8751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com and use discount code CHICAGO.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer, with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life. Stand by. Here's Gretchen with your action items for the week.
Don't forget, iGold will be Wednesday, March 27th in Springfield. By popular demand, the ISRA is bringing back the buses. ISRA is sponsoring 4 buses. Several other buses are being sponsored by other organizations. ISRA bus seats will be reserved by calling the ISRA office at 815-635-3198 between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. All ISRA reservations are $35 and are non-refundable. ISRA-sponsored buses include Chicago South, picking up in Evergreen Park and Oak Forest, Chicagoland West, picking up in East Dundee and Glen Ellen, a Rockford, Peru bus, and a Marion Mount Vernon Fairview Heights bus. Aurora Sportsman's Club is sponsoring a bus that is picking up in Joliet at the IDOT Park and Ride lot. Sign up through their Eventbrite page. I put the complete known bus listing on our Facebook page earlier today. The following Safer USA classes are at our facility in Waterman. Saturday and Sunday, March 2nd and 3rd, Illinois Concealed Carry 1. This 16-hour class will be taught by David and Gretchen and meets the training requirements for Illinois Concealed Carry as well as Florida and Arizona. Saturday, March 9th, Illinois Concealed Carry Renewal class taught by Gretchen. To sign up for classes, go to saferusa.com and click on register.
I'm going to plug Aurora Sportsman's Club's bus. Okay. So if you actually go to our website, aurorasc.org, like Sportsman's Club, aurorasc.org, you can reserve the bus from there. There's a link on the homepage. $27, and we are going to ride in style. It is a motor coach. It's not a school bus. It's got seats. It's got TVs. It's got a bathroom. $27 round trip. So go ahead and sign up. See how many we can get on there.
You can take a bath.
You cannot take a bath.
Oh.
You can go, well,
that's fine.
You could try.
You can try.
Is it cheaper if you agree to sit next to the bathroom?
Sure, George. Why not?
It depends on whether or not you've been in there. Our caller, we ran out of time. Our caller was Doug Mayhall, who's president of the Illinois State Rifle Association and is a good friend of all of ours. We started to talk a little bit. We got a minute or two here. There just seems to be the beginning of a pushback on all of these laws and stuff that are being passed. The Democrats have they've gone over the top with some of the stuff. I mean, they're just saying all kinds of really weird things. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get them, but in Illinois, they have a really good chance of getting them.
Yes.
So, but you look at out in Washington, they're literally talking about carving Seattle out and making it its own state. They've talked about here in Illinois, carving Chicago out and making it its own state. There are counties that have passed, I guess it would be an ordinance. As a county, you don't pass a law, do you? You pass an ordinance.
It's all ordinances.
Yeah, it's an ordinance. There have been counties that have said that they're passing an ordinance where the sheriff of that county does not have to enforce some gun law or whatever it is. So you're beginning to see this stuff happen. It gives you like a little shred of hope for the future. And the other big thing is, and this particularly I think will pertain to Illinois, if they do their so-called assault weapon ban or their magazine bans, you know it's going to go to court. And if it goes to the Supreme Court, it's probably going to go
much the better.
It's probably going to go a lot better. So, and the beauty of that is, in a short way, you kind of wish they do it so that'll happen. But anyway, it's going to be an interesting couple of years. You know, it'll be a very interesting couple of years. And we'd like to thank you for taking time to listening to On Target Radio.
We'd also like to thank George Hoffman on the board and Eric Allen, our second co-host now. He also set up the video
I've been promoted.
cameras.
All right.
Learn about how you can be a sponsor partner for a lot less than you think. Call 815-741-3474 for details.
And be sure to listen next week when we will be talking about more red meat issues that affect your life.
Relief Factor is made from high-quality fish oil and essential nutrients. Gives your body the help it needs to aid fighting recurring aches and pains. When life's aches and pains get you down, you need relief. Physicians made Relief Factor as an essential way to support the body's fight against aches and pains. It's a remarkable product. It has worked. I only endorse it because it helped my wife with her knee pain. I didn't even know she was taking it. Then when it was mentioned, she said, oh yeah, this stuff is like magic. Look, there are people who've told me they've postponed or delayed or simply negated surgery because of Relief Factor. That's how powerful it is. Go to www.relieffactor.com. That's relieffactor.com, or call 800-500-8384. That's 800-500-8384. This remarkable product is called Relief Factor, relieffactor.com.
It's news, opinion, insight. It's AM 560, The Answer. WIND, Chicago.
A shelter at the southern border is about to close. I'm Ann Carrick, Fox News. The makeshift shelter on the Rio Grande is set to close, leaving hundreds of migrants astray and increasing tensions. Fox's Jackie Heinrich.
The wait to get into the U.S. legally is indefinite, but no wall can be built using any military budget money until Secretary of Defense Patrick Shanahan decides it's a military necessity. Even with President Trump bypassing Congress by declaring a national emergency, money in the military construction budget can't be moved without Shanahan's approval. Meantime, opinions on the wall are split here in Eagle Pass. Some people are growing uneasy with the increased law enforcement, saying it feels unnecessary.
Local Texas residents are concerned about the spike in rescues, strained first responders, and the border wall emergency. The next move will come from Congress. The Daytona 500 crowns a winner.
After going without a win in 2018, Denny Hamlin opens the 2019 Cup Series season in victory lane, taking the checkered flag in the Daytona 500, the second time he's won the Super Bowl of stock car racing. Hamlin after the win with Fox.
This one lets me soak it in a little bit more. I'm going to have a terrible hangover tomorrow, but I'm going to enjoy it the rest of my life.
He may have some company in achieving that hangover, as Hamlin's Joe Gibbs teammates Kyle Busch and Eric Jones took second and third respectively. The win guarantees Hamlin a spot in the Cup Series playoffs. From the 61st Annual Daytona 500, Matt Napolitano, Fox News.
Amazon abandoned plans to build a headquarters in Queens, New York, after progressive officials and activists objected. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio tells NBC's Meet the Press Amazon wanted a partnership but couldn't accept criticism.
They had a clear majority on their side. That's what bothers me. They were more concerned about their corporate image.
The headquarters was expected to generate more than 25,000 jobs in the area in exchange for more than $3 billion in government incentives. This is Fox News.
Winter stinks. Snow, ice, freezing temperatures, more snow. Escape Chicago and join Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson in Nuevo Vallarta, Mexico. You'll stay at the Marvel Residences Luxury Resort in Nuevo Vallarta, Mexico. It's a beautiful, all-inclusive resort located between Rainforest Mountains and the Pacific Ocean. Don't wait to book your Passport to Paradise trip with AM 560 and Apple Vacations. Visit 560theanswer.com/passport. That's 560theanswer.com/passport.
Hey, if you've considered a MyPillow but procrastinated, the MyPillow 4-pack offer is still available. That's 2 premium MyPillows and 2 Go Anywhere MyPillows plus free shipping, all for the price of 1 premium MyPillow. They're amazing pillows, so don't procrastinate. You'll sleep better and feel better. They're washable, dryable, and have a money-back offer. And you can still get 30% off of anything else, everything else, including the MyPillow mattress topper. Your mattress will feel brand new and improved for a lot less than a new mattress. Or the great pet beds that my dogs love. Just use the promo code JOE for the MyPillow 4-pack offer with free shipping and the 30% discount on mattress toppers, pet beds, and even the Giza cotton sheets. Visit MyPillow.com or call 1-800-489-0201. That's 1-800-489-0201. And don't forget to use the promo code JOE. That's MyPillow.com, promo code JOE.
Visit MyPillow.com.
The real estate market can be tricky to navigate. The only edge to help you get ahead is knowledge and experience. And Real Estate Revealed is that edge. Heard Sunday mornings at 8 and hosted by Randy Barcella. Real Estate Revealed uncovers truths about the real estate market with an entire team of experts. Their real estate power allows them to present their experiences to benefit you before your next transaction. Real Estate Revealed, Sunday mornings at 8 on AM 560, The Answer.
Hi, this is Amy Jacobson, and you'll have to wait until spring to get the outside of your house painted, but winter, perfect opportunity to get your interior painted. You know, people walk into my kitchen and ask, Amy, did you get new cabinets? No, I save myself thousands of dollars by simply having them painted by the experts at CertaPro Painters. So cross the first project off your 2019 to-do list. CertaPro Painters will ensure a beautiful transformation of your home. And if you want some help with colors, they've got you covered. In-home with a color consultation or online with their color visualizer. Don't put it off. Time to hire CertaPro Painters, your residential and commercial painting experts. You can schedule a free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C, or call 1-800-GO-CERTA. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Get a free estimate at CertaPro.com or call 1-800-GO-CERTA. CertaPro Painters, we do painting, you do life.
Hey, Cube mates. Anyone else looking forward to that exciting quarterly meeting today?
Sure. Another company lunch with bland sandwiches and a side of boring whatever. Can't wait.
Are you guys kidding? Obviously you haven't heard. We're having tasty catering today. Look out, I'm gonna go grab my seat.
Get more out of your meetings and company events. It's time to get tasty. Tasty Catering's brand new corporate catering menu has the spice and flavor your team will love. Dine on menu items like a roasted vegetable hummus sandwich, honey sriracha pork chops, and all of their brand new chef creations. Powering productive meetings day or night, Tasty Catering professionals help you plan the perfect chef-crafted menu. Their leading chefs cook up your catering, then the Tasty Catering ambassadors deliver and set up for your event. When your team is finished experiencing their delicious meal, they come back to break it down and clean it all up. Simple and delicious. Visit tastycatering.com to get started today and find their brand new corporate menu along with comments from other Tasty Catering clients. tastycatering.com.
AM 560, The Answer.
Live from Chicago, this is Bruce Dumont with our Beyond the Beltway analysis of national politics, featuring occasional injections of rumor and innuendo, all offered up by our panel of political insiders, pundits, power brokers, professors, and most importantly, plain-speaking Americans from coast to coast. Tonight, featuring commentary by Libertarian Bruno Barron, Republican Marty Garrity, and Democrat Dan Johnson. Our program tonight coming to you from our home base at the Museum of Broadcast Communications in Chicago, where our toll-free lines are open at 1-800-723-8289. That's 1-800-723-8289. If you want to email me a comment, it's brucedumont@museum.tv. And you want to tweet me a comment, it's at Dumo, at D-U-M-O. You can join us on the World Wide Web at beyondthebeltway.com. That's the audio and video portion of the show, as well as live on Facebook. Beyond the Beltway with Bruce Dumont Facebook page. Wherever you're listening around the world, you can join us that way. We're going to be talking about national politics for the next couple of hours, as we always do. And I want to begin by talking about the president's decision to call a national emergency last week regarding the border, issues on the border. He thinks there's a national security crisis down there. And he did that in the wake of getting a congressional congressional proposal drawn together by Republicans and Democrats that were going to address the need for briefing up the border security. He wasn't pleased with it, and then he went to a national security. Is that a good idea, Bruno Barron?
You'd have to do the comparison of all of the different national emergencies and whether it fits within the framework of that or not. Obviously, people who are pro-immigration are going to say that there's no national emergency down there. I think there's enough information on both sides to have a debate. The biggest worry, especially from a libertarian perspective, so to speak, is as more and more of this stuff goes on. Obama talked about having a pen and a phone. This is clearly Donald Trump using a pen and a phone to get his way across. Even the people who are really in favor of what he's doing might want to question, like, next time there's like 2 back-to-back shootings, are they going to use a national emergency to curtail gun rights? Are they going to use a national emergency to do all other kinds of things? It's a slippery slope.
Marty Garrity, you're our card-carrying Republican tonight. Are you pleased with what the president did?
Not completely, but I do disagree with Bruno about the pen and the phone thing, because the pen and the phone were totally extra legal. They were extra constitutional.